welcome to the Magnetic Online Leader Podcast. Good morning. It is a beautiful Saturday morning, pretty early actually. I am about to see the sunrise from the horizon, and I'm drinking my tea. I'm in my fuzzy robe, and just the vibes are good. What is interesting though is I'm looking at my vision board, and my vision board, I always like to anchor in a word or a statement for the year. So it's really important if I have, and not just like 50 million, but if I have one thing that really speaks to me. And it's so interesting because the year was like 2 months, the year started 2 months ago, but I always feel like the year takes a little bit of momentum to build up. I don't feel like January is when the new year starts. I don't even think February. I feel like January and February are transitional months. This is just my personal belief. They're transitional months. But when I feel like when March comes is like when the year really begins. And I picked this statement. And as I'm looking at it, at the time, I had no idea why I picked this statement. I have no idea. But as the intuition always knows, as the time has gone by, I'm like, oh, this makes sense. This makes sense why I picked this. And the statement that I picked was a league of her own. And I can just feel this because as somebody that has tried to follow other people's blueprints, methods, strategies, I've tried to follow mentors exactly the way they do the thing, and it just never has worked. It has worked, but it's never worked where it feels like, "Ooh, that works. That works." And a league of her own is meaning that it's the thing, it's the path, it's the context, the way that you're going to show up as an entrepreneur and build your business and lead is what you fully embody or fully desire to embody. I want you to take a moment to reflect and ask yourself, have I followed the ways that I want to do things? Have I done things my way? As Frank Sinatra says. Probably not, right? You have followed other things, you've read different books, you've taken other courses, you've gone to other masterminds, and there's nothing wrong with those things. But I have finally learned, I learned things a little bit later in life, I must say. I finally learned that if I don't do things my way, it won't manifest the way that I want them to. And I have to do things my way. I have to listen to my gut. I have to listen to my intuition. I have to listen to the strategy. I have to listen to the advice, the things that have been around me that have guided me to where I want to be. Because what happens is we get stuck in comparison, we get stuck in FOMO, we get stuck in she's doing this way, why am I not doing that way? And you get pressured. You get pressured to do things. And I only like to do the things that I like to do. And of course, there's going to be some resistance to certain things that I need to get good at. But a league of her own is defining the rules, defining the system, defining the ways that the game is played and how you are going to play that game. I had a mentor that she grew her online following by just writing. She just wanted to write. And I also like heard that even like Adele's like, I don't want to do things that are not in alignment. And I'm going to release an album every few years and then I'm going to disappear. And I'm going to do that my way. And she does it. She does it. And she's still extremely successful. You do the things that you want to do. And you have a bit of this rebellious nature of, I do things my way. But we get pressured and comparison. And you're like, okay, my network, okay, this girl's doing this. And then they should be doing interviews and I should be doing that. And a league of her own is really defined in your personal stance and, of course, in the business world, your personal branding. Your personal branding sets you apart in the crowded space with honestly with the market, with the people around you, but with yourself. Because you're like, I know, and that's the thing. When you're starting your business, you don't know these things yet, but you start to learn them. You start to uncover them. You uncover your values. You uncover your beliefs. You uncover in the business world your unique value proposition. Your unique value proposition is like how you do the things that you say you're going to do and how you get them the result that they're going to get. your unique value proposition. What is the thing that you do in the market that's different than others? That is the part of having a strong personal brand and including with your own stories and your messaging and establishing your authority. A league of her own is seeing yourself as the authority and seeing yourself as the leader. It can be really hard. I did not feel like that in the beginning. In the beginning of my business, I just wanted to help people and I just wanted to make money. I just didn't want to work for really crappy bosses. I had the most terrible, worst bosses. I didn't want to work for them anymore. I didn't necessarily want to go into this place of personal development and leadership, but it attracted me. And then as soon as I drank the Kool-Aid, I was like, "Oh, I'm addicted. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with this stuff." What I'm desiring for all of us is to take a moment, to take a breath, to take a beat, to understand that your league is a beautiful league. Your path, what you're creating, what you desire, how you want to execute your business is your own. And I really wish someone told me this, and I'm pretty sure somebody did, but just to ingrain this into me. A league of her own, a league of my own. I'm doing things my way. I'm doing it my way. So go do it your way. Thank you so much for joining me on this short, quick podcast today. Make sure to go to steffilane.com to get the Magnetic Online Leader Masterclass. Join me over there, and I can't wait to connect with you. Thank you so much for joining me on the Magnetic Leader podcast. I'm so happy you're here. If you found this of value, please like, subscribe, and share this episode on your social media. I would be so appreciative, and it's really going to create a ripple effect for others. But wait, there's one more thing. If you are ready to dive deep into your magnetism, to understand your leadership, to understand what it takes to become a magnetic online leader, well, I've got something special for you. Head over to steffilane.com and sign up to become part of my exclusive magnetic list. You're going to get updates, personal invitations, insights, videos, a front row seat to your transformation because it's all happening and you definitely want to be in on it. Again, steffilane.com. And thank you for the bottom of my heart for joining us today. Your presence meant so much. So until next time, take care and I'll catch you on the next episode of the Magnetic Online Leader Podcast.